Worrying about doing a poetry reading at Barnes& and Noble. I don't know if the guy sitting next to me heard me try to apologize for accidentally moving his car magazines and taking his spot. Obnoxious of the espresso machine. I had to talk over one at the Books a Million reading with Dennis, who showed up drunk right in front of my grandparents. Hershey, zinging sunlight, and a couple of sold books in the parking lot. Could have sold more in the store maybe, but that's back before I got published and had an ISBN, and they wouldn't allow outside sales in their store. Sell them in the parking lot, you worm of the literary alley of poetry. Nothing. Self-publishing days of balls and burn urine. I really should ask the manager if I could do a reading or signing here, but I can't right now. I'm hidden in these words. Plus, the girl in front of me's ponytail is too college cool, ouch, and the other lady's expensive scarf is tied too tight, upright, uptight, that poet's living wrong. And the Barnes & Noble employees are art indie cool and might dumb me into myself if I walk up there like my droopy pair of jeans that keep falling down. My book isn't even on your shelves, but it's on your website, so can I do an event here? No, you're not even at least wearing a Nirvana shirt. My legs keep lifting up in paralyzed, numb tension. This is the hangout with Greg, Barnes & Noble, 8:19 on a Tuesday night ease, buying the new REM in years gone, not one to do a reading in. I put a Mitch Albom book in front of me, like my attention span is still at novel proportions, but I'm lasting perfectly through haiku and short stories tinkering out at page 2. I can't sit through watching a TV show with my wife, and until I can, I'm not scheduling a reading. If I can't watch a show, I'm not going to be one. Fidget slam, down, couch, get out. I don't know, set me up on the back as a book signing by some guy. I don't have any author copies to sell right now, so here, take a card to throw out. And a set list would go through my mind, like not even being able to find an author in the case. Too many poems, too many dreams, I can't climb the ladder. Maybe I should just read from my latest book. Still, I'd rather sit here and write, overrun, anxious. Intellectual Jeff Caps looking at me, and the Asian kids by some of the only outlets, hogging them all the time to plug in their devices, laughing. Here's my reading. Attention, please, Barnes & Noble weekend shoppers. Some guy's too scared to come up from his notebook to say anything, but what you're reading here. Here's my encore set list. Will they give me a free bottle of spring water? If they do, will the He's Our Showman pressure make me vomit the water? The coffee cake crumbs on the table are grossing me out. I can't take the inquisitive coffee looks. I need a cigarette. I used to be able to buy a cookie without thinking about it with Greg, but don't buy one of my books out of pity just so I can get one. Is anybody going to buy one of the books in this store or just sit there and read them? Hardcover author images saying, keep at it, Dan, and you'll be like us. I can't right now, Mitch Albom. I'm too screwed. Why can't I ever find the tiny hidden poetry section? The poetry section is always on some odd angle, but that's okay because so am I.
Don't get on that bus, Dan. Don't get on that bus, Dan. That old bus with the phosphorescent blue light and the road. A bum's shoe turning slowly in the aisle. Don't get on that bus, Dan. You'll never come back. I guess I'll see Chad again when I fall down dead. I guess I'll see Chad again when I fall down dead. Mystical reunion. We came from long ago, when there was Sunday dinner. There's nothing anymore. I saw it on the white of a pack of cigarettes I opened up. Every street sign says rough road. Grammy's Christmas baby beer bottles laughing, missing in pieces in the unpaved alley. And where is Allie? What blank text message box did she disappear in? Thin-framed ghost of glory that used to cast her long midnight communal rasp across my morning darkness. Blessing of the night, old bonfires smoking in my mind. What did we say? Why can't I hear the ash of the burnt sticks under my foot? And what are you preparing in the kitchen? Something for us to share like late night epiphany moon? Lost like a rock of ice empty in your already drank cocktail glass? I guess I'll see Chad again when I fall down dead. Click of a cigarette lighter, sacred final night.
The love poem I will never read you. I always want beautiful women to like my poetry, and you are a beautiful woman, but I just can't get that. I like this, or that's really good. I guess you want a love poem because you are not in love, but you won't ask for one. I must fall at your ballerina white feet like all men do, and beg you to hear my trembling poem.
There is no Bible at the Brashburn Inn. I like having a Bible in hotel rooms, tucked in a drawer by Gideon's, like a burgundy beacon of safety. I even drove a couple of hours back to a hotel once after I mistakenly took one with me. A Bible in the hotel room drawer means comfort and love for the exhausted traveler searching, a mystical text dropped down by God for all the earth to read, to get closer to that realm of the crucifixion and blood and heaven and the miraculous. Like Mary and Joseph and a humble manger, for none of the animals, just a lamb inside it who created everything, all turning in his sleeping eyes. They didn't have a Bible in their room either. They didn't even really have a room. So I guess since there's no room at the Brashburn Inn, I'm here at the stable at Christmas night. My cigarette smoke is the incense, and my ugly white striped pillow is maybe a cow's belly I'm resting against, and the bent lampshade beside me is the light of the world.
The Potheads and their kind bud. All the potheads I used to hang out with ever talked about was kind bud. Then when they got some, they talked about it even more. It's so high quality. Kind bud, dude. I was vomiting the words kind bud by the ends of the nights hanging out over there. They talked about it so much they never had a chance to offer me any.
Beauty, Yvette. She wanted to pick a flower and thought I want to be one of these, and left everything to concentrate on nothing but being physically attractive. Not one other part of her life was active. She had an apartment, a job, had a husband, had a cat. Right before she closed the door, she almost said, "I don't want to leave all that." But she was gone to start an affair with beauty, and thought, what about plastic surgery? Some people juice. She bought a bigger mirror for the bathroom. Some people fast. She bought fake nails that would last. Some people walk the Appalachian Trail. She thought ugly people should go to jail. Some people get religion. Hers was to become so pretty it's frightening. She started with mascara, blue, pink, yellow, black, and red, because she said, "I think I'm dead." She smeared the red over her face and said, "The old me is gone, and the attractive one goes on." She bought curlers and weaves and thought, "Love's not the way. I'm more into hairspray." She had an offer to model in Baton Rouge, but she decided it'd be more fun to go by rouge. She could have sucked a lot of dick, but was afraid it would ruin her lipstick. She could have saved her mother by taking her to the doctor, but was afraid the car ride would ruin her hair. She could have had everything based on her looks, but she thought, maybe these earrings need new hooks. She said, "Well, I enjoyed making myself the most beautiful woman in the world," and turned in front of the mirror and said, "But not everything is how it looks. I'll never be a flower." That's when she heard God say, "You always were."
Lying there gone. Oh, Syed, the pack of cigarettes I bought from you is empty and gone, as well as that black-purple muse. They lie flat and crushed in front of the park bench in the back, where I had married the night, and her. And everything was different for a poor man like me. There the palm trees wouldn't have just been dead on my shirt, but growing in the back of her little cove house, where everything was hidden, especially the reasons. Oh, Syed, it's gone now, even the dream. Had the moon just showed a little and turned my shade of gold, I could have had beauty without hesitation, the sun of her blonde hair. The what could have been darkness, the black on the trunk of my life taken away. I remember it was all somewhere in the breeze. Shatter me through. I've been waiting for it. I knew it would come ever since the neighbor's husband moved out and the new guy started playing with his kids. You're not my dad! The little guy with the hood screams at him one day with frustrated jail bar tears, standing as a perfect projection of my past, his words beating through my memory like glass I can't break.
Sitting at the 7-Eleven hoping Bill will show up. Sitting at the 7-Eleven hoping Bill will show up. He's the only true human interaction I'd get all day. I knew him before cell phones when people talked more. Sitting at the 7-Eleven hoping Bill will show up because I just can't get ignored. He told me once when he was a kid he dropped 5-cent Bazooka Joes at the bottom of Cokes because they would dissolve. I don't know, maybe they cost a little less back then. They don't sell them anymore. Sitting at the 7-Eleven wondering if Bill will show up to check and see if they have them at the store. I went to his wedding. I caught the garter belt. I was just a kid though. They wouldn't let me pull it up some girl's leg. That was okay though because I didn't want to do it anyway. Sitting at the 7-Eleven wondering if Bill will show up and flip me something to see if I still got hands to make the catch of the day. The heat is burning me, my sweat is gasoline on fire. There's guys pulling in and people ordering things. Only sometimes they let me use the bathroom, and I don't feel like going through the hassle to check. I've asked at the diner down the block too much too without buying anything. Pretty dumb because I've been a loyal customer both places, and that doesn't mean a thing. Sitting at the 7-Eleven wondering if Bill will show up so he could bitch about everything. Pretty soon the no loitering sign will get me. Oh wait, here's a bum asking for a cigarette. Glad to give him one. I guess we're both alright. Maybe not. Wait, the cops could still throw us out. I'll look to the guy behind the counter to see if it seems cool. Sitting at the 7-Eleven wondering if Bill will show up because I feel like a tool. Sitting at the 7-Eleven, I really don't know why I'm here. I guess I'm waiting for clarity. I guess I'm waiting for me. Sitting at the 7-Eleven waiting for Bill to show up. I just heard him say, "Danny!"
Comp. I'm playing the slot machine Cleopatras Gold for big money in worthless internet chips, with tobacco leaves on my phone and a burn mark from a match on my right index finger at 1:19 in the morning in my decrepit bathroom, too far away from my first trip to the casino when I played the same game and won for real.
I felt so secure, I even wanted the flies there. I was sick reading the Bible given to me by a friend. I kept thinking I was going into the blessing he put on it and back into his childhood Bible lessons as I read the verses. But when I got to Noah's Ark, I thought of everybody in our apartment, my wife, me, our cat, and even the flies on an ark, floating on my madness and safe from it, all tucked in the bed sheets together. Airport Square. In Airport Square, the moms are your mom when you need her, though she's not here, no more than a ghost, walking in a store. And the single couples are you and your wife, when you were that way. In Airport Square, everything's here, but it's far away. And I'm here with Jesus, where every toy store entrance is the end of the rainbow. I once saw one when I walked in, caught between that and how it might have been. But all the roses aren't blood, even though the thicket is all wet. You found a way to get to God, even though you can't see Him yet. Somehow in Airport Square you're up in the air, even though the planes are way up there.
Do you want to ride home, Dan? You were the best, man, and it's all over now. The kittens are whining in the alleys. The moon doesn't even know your name. You wondered about love in the hard stone shoulder of the highway, with holes in your shoes and holes in your soul. There's nothing there, Dan. Do you want to ride home? How crazy can you be, wandering a 5-lane for $5 out the window? You gotta be careful with that shit, Dan. What shit? Anything. And it's all doom. You wonder if God has forgotten you. Nothing in the sun. Do you want to ride home? And she'll stop running to the door if you keep not caring. Even the seagulls will turn against you when you offer them bread. The ocean will spit salt in your eyes. Nothing left of the sandbar. Nobody even cares if you cry. Do you want to ride home, Dan? I just can't find my keys. I guess you're lost on the curb and your wrists. I remember when they understood, please don't leave without me. You gonna wipe your mess on your shorts? God needs it, babe, but you just won't let him take over, even on a Sunday. You got nothing in your pocket, you got nothing in your mind, just a loaded gun that looks like a pill case, just dropping in to make you say goodbye. And time is just a tick away, and you're telling yourself these lies. Do you want to ride home, Dan? 'Cause I gotta fly. Nobody left at the playground, the afternoon just burning through your fingers like a cigarette. Photos of people asking you to remember the way it was. Negatives sliding out of the back of the envelope like the black of everyone. You're burning butterfly wings, and nobody ever sings. Do you want to ride home, Dan? You don't mean a thing. I guess it's all unraveled. You're a stowaway, a ghost. I'm asking for your own sake. You've been gone too long. It's Sunday and they're all just mowing the lawn. And you sit there like a prisoner, and once you were a baby fawn. Do you want to ride home, Dan? Don't forget your hat. Do you want to ride home, Dan? I can't even give you that.